Joe, it felt like you guys bid on every pump fake. The things didn't look clean. It's just a matter of taking them a little too lightly.
No, I don't think we took them lightly. I thought we got off to a really good start. I thought they just played hard. Like, I thought that was just a hard-playing, tough team. And so I don't think we took them lightly. I think they play harder than us, though, for sure.
Like the pump fake thing, like that's like undisciplined.
Yeah.
Right? Like it seemed like there was a lack of discipline to that.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to put it. I think sometimes that's a great way to put it. We were just undisciplined. We didn't execute defensively as far as our personnel, our tendencies. And then offensively, we didn't execute. So I thought you put it very well.
So, but wouldn't that be a way of taking them a little late? Like if you're not disciplined on defense, it's like you're taking your opponent, like there's certain things you're taking for granted. Like, oh, I'm just going to go jump over this. Like I'm going to try to block everything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought we got off to a good start. I thought we played, good basketball the first 6 or so minutes of the game. So I don't think our guys came out and said, oh, we're just going to win this game. I didn't see that, but I did see us play undisciplined for sure. That's a good way to put it.
Can you just take us through that last sequence? Jason's decision to pass to Drew when you guys could have basically run out the time or forced a foul, and then to just the crazy.
I mean, listen, we got lucky to win that game, and we talk about it a lot on both. Like, you can win from losses, you can learn from losses, you can learn from wins, and like sometimes you're okay with the loss because you did some right things, and sometimes you're pissed because you didn't deserve to win, and I didn't think we deserved to win the game because of a lot of the stuff that we did, and so. At the end of the game there, you either have to make the layup or you have to get fouled. There's no, that's just how it is. So you either got to make it or you dribble the clock out and you get fouled and you make your free throws and the game's over. So, credit to the Grizzlies for the way they played. I thought they just, outplayed us at times.
Yeah, after that Toronto game, you seemed like kind of upbeat about like, hey, this was good. We needed to like, are you feeling this differently today?
I mean, I still think it's a good thing. Like, I still think you have to go through stuff. I can't have the expectation of perfection that like we're always going to play well. It's just not reality. There's 82 of these things. Doesn't mean I'm not happy. Like, I'm not happy about it. I was happy with the way the game went about. It did against Toronto tonight. I'm not happy about it, but I understand it that it's going to happen, and that's just building basketball character. Like every team, it's easy to lump the group of guys that we have coming back as like, oh, they've been around, but every team needs to learn different things and go through different stuff. And it's easy to say you want to be a certain type of team, and then it just gets harder and harder to like live that way, right? And so the standard is very high for us. The guys in the locker room set a high standard for themselves, and we're not always going to meet it. And so I understand why a game is going to go like this. It's not going to be the only time, but I don't have to be happy about it.
Jason didn't get off a three-point shot until late. What kind of led to that you saw throughout the flow of the game?
Just their switching, and so they're switching, they're readying up, forcing us to play a little bit beyond the three-point line on our offense, taking away his airspace, and kind of stuff like that. So, down the stretch, we made a couple good plays to execute, but other than that.
Jason, Jalen, and Drew all sat like the last 7.5 minutes of the third, which we don't see a lot. What was kind of the thinking there? What were you looking for?
I was just looking to develop a group, another identity. To be able to play some basketball without those guys. I didn't think we were playing very well, so I wanted to find a lineup that could kind of go on a run for us. It's the first night of the back-to-back, so I didn't want the minutes to be too high, and kind of knew that we were going to finish the game with them. So I just thought it was an opportunity to find some better rhythm, find a better lineup, and look to go on a little bit of a run there.
Santi breaking loose for as many points as he did there, 6 threes. Would you say that led to that?
Who?
Santi Aldama.
Oh, he took 27 shots, so it's going to be hard to. Shot 15 threes, so it's just a guy that he's been in this program for a long time, and they continue to develop him, and he continues to gets better, and he's a good player, and so. I think it goes back to what John was talking about earlier. We just weren't disciplined in our tendencies at times. But a lot of those came on, I shouldn't say a lot. It felt like a good amount of their threes came on offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities, and then us not getting matched in transition because we either turned it over or we made the wrong play at the rim. And when you don't make the right play at the rim, it puts you in disadvantaged situations. And I thought Memphis did a good job taking advantage of that.
Talk about that a lot. How do you expect, I think pass out of that situation a lot is probably what you're looking for, but how do you expect to avoid those missed layups and things like that that lead the other way?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we missed a layup. We couldn't get it up because there was 3 people there. And so I think it's just like a matter of being the discipline to make the right play. It's hard because you got to make it over and over and over again. But I thought they're one of the best teams in the league at protecting the rim, and they give up the most threes in the league because of that. And so something had to give there. And when you don't make the right play at the rim, it puts you at a disadvantage. And I thought that was the catalyst to some of their baskets in their offense and some of the runs that they went on tonight.
Joe, what's the decision-making with Bane? I mean, he can shoot from the 3, he penetrates, like, it seems like he got space.
Yeah,
He made some tough ones, but
yeah.
he also made his own space. How do you guard a guy like that? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I thought, like you said, he does a great job creating space, whether we were switching with his step back or whether we were in pick and roll. I still think, out of the 7 he made, if I think of the halftime stat, I think 4 of those were off second chance points in the first half. And so, like, it's a guy where it's hard enough to guard him, and when it's 5-on-5, but letting him get loose for second chance threes and relocation threes, those are the ones that you have to take away. And like, he's a really good player, and the entire offense runs through him, and you have to be willing to take away stuff. And so you got to take away the easy ones, whether it's in transition or the offensive rebounds ones, and then you got to do the best job you can switching up the coverage. So we switched him a little bit. We had him in touch, and he's a good player.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.